Have you ever heard a voice in the dark, even though nobody was there? In the year 1817, deep inside the forests of Tennessee, USA, a family lived on a quiet farm far away from the city. Their name was the Bell family. People in the town knew them as kind, religious, and peaceful. Nothing strange had ever happened there before. But one cold night, everything changed. John Bell, the head of the family, was walking near the cornfield after sunset. The sky was turning dark, and the forest around him was completely silent. Suddenly, he saw something standing between the trees. At first, it looked like a large black dog, but when it slowly stood up on two legs, John froze in fear. The creature had glowing eyes, and then it disappeared. John rushed back home, breathing heavily, trying to convince himself it was just his imagination. But that night, strange sounds began inside the house. Tap, tap, tap. Something was knocking on the wooden walls. At first, the family thought it was rats, but the sounds grew louder every night. Scratch, bang, whispering. The youngest daughter, Betsy Bell, became terrified. She claimed someone was pulling her blanket at night. Sometimes invisible hands slapped her while she slept. Her brothers heard chains dragging across the floor upstairs. But when they checked, nobody was there. One night, the family gathered together holding candles in the living room. Outside, heavy rain slammed against the windows. Then suddenly, a voice echoed through the house. A woman's voice, very soft at first. John Bell. Everyone froze. The voice came again. I am here. Betsy screamed and dropped her candle. John grabbed his rifle and searched every room in the house. Nothing. No person. No footprints. Only darkness. Days passed and the haunting became worse. The voice started speaking every night. Sometimes it whispered prayers, sometimes it laughed, and sometimes it threatened the family. The Bell family became prisoners inside their own home. Neighbors started hearing the stories and came to investigate. Many thought the Bells were lying, until they stayed one night inside the house. One visitor later said he felt invisible fingers touching his neck while sleeping. Another claimed he saw a shadow standing in the hallway watching him. Soon the story spread across Tennessee. People started calling the spirit the Bell Witch, but nobody knew what it really was. Some believed it was the ghost of a woman named Kate Batts, who had once argued with John Bell years earlier before dying mysteriously. Others believed it was a demon pretending to be human. One night, the Bell family heard violent banging upstairs. Furniture shook, glass shattered by itself. The children cried while their mother prayed loudly. Then suddenly, everything became silent. Too silent. John slowly walked upstairs carrying a lantern. And there, in the corner of the room, he saw a dark figure standing completely still. It had the shape of a woman, but its face had no eyes. The lantern slipped from John's hand and smashed onto the floor. When he looked again, the figure was gone. After that night, John Bell's health became worse. He grew weak and pale. Sometimes he claimed an invisible force was choking him while he slept. Then one morning in 1820, the family found him unconscious in bed. Next to him was a small glass bottle filled with strange black liquid. Nobody knew where it came from. The family doctor examined John, but before anyone could help him, he died. And then something terrifying happened. The voice returned one final time, laughing loudly through the house. I killed John Bell. The family screamed in horror as the laughter echoed through the walls. After John's death, the haunting slowly stopped. The Bell family eventually left the farm forever. But the legend never died. Even today, people who visit the old Bell Witch Cave in Tennessee claim they hear whispers in the darkness. Some visitors say they feel invisible hands touching them. Others report hearing a woman's voice calling their name from inside the cave. Paranormal investigators still visit the place searching for answers, but many leave terrified, because sometimes, during the night, a whisper can still be heard echoing through the trees. John Bell. And if you hear it, they say the Bell Witch has noticed you.